The 2-week outlook as we now get to the latter part of October. We've had finally some cold weather has dropped into the northern plains, giving us some hard freezes, and, well, we're actually going to moderate those temperatures once again. So still no sign of the big turn into anything really significantly colder than average. There will be this upcoming week some chances for rain. We're getting a little bit around this weekend on Sunday, and looks like midweek we'll have another chance for some rainfall, but we're not seeing any of these rain chances turn into any kind of early snowstorms. Again, our weather has certainly turned a notch cooler, but not really cold enough for widespread snow. There may be a flake or two or some scattered snow showers into the northern plains, but I don't expect anything massive. Jet stream right now, it's a bit of a convoluted pattern. When do I not say that, right? Well, we do have a split, and that's been the issue. This split right now is this big bulbous thing right in the middle of the continent. It's not really doing much of anything. It's just keeping these little rain systems, what that is, very, very weak, very, very small. As that shifts to the east, as we go through the middle of the week, there will be some modestly warm air surging northward. Going to be hot. Going to see some 80s and 90s down along the Gulf Coast. It's not going to get that warm into the northern plains, but there will be a few days that are fairly decent, getting up, it looks like around midweek, getting up into the mid-60s, maybe a stray 70, getting as far north as about South Dakota. But the main branch of the jet stream, which is this one, is actually going to start retreating southward. That's going to bring cooler weather back in toward the end of the week. Might briefly try to ridge up toward next weekend, but I don't expect that to really manifest itself. So generally speaking, this week will be a little bit milder than average. Now we're turning the clock into the first week of November, starting to dig out a trough of low pressure, but it's not attaching itself to anything Arctic oriented. So I don't see a lot of really cool weather. It looks cool to mild for the first week of November through the northern plains and the upper Midwest. And we're seeing ridging along the east coast and ridging along the west coast, which will allow some of those areas to be quite a bit warmer than average, most of the Corn Belt just sort of mild. As far as precipitation goes this last week of October, no major snowstorms anywhere. The dry weather will be southern Rockies in the southwest. Pacific Northwest down through about Northern California will be getting some substantial rainfall this week. And some of that in the Sierras and into the northern Rockies is going to be in the form of snow. And I do expect some rain showers throughout the northern plains area. I don't expect this to be especially heavy, maybe a little bit heavier down south. The second week looks like we're drying things out. The main stormy weather will be in the Maritimes of eastern Canada and in the Pacific Northwest, the middle of the country, looking relatively dry and probably slightly warmer than average, as we indicated in the temperature pattern. So November starts out with relatively quiet northern plains weather.